Denitra Moffitt. I'm running for county commissioner. My husband is in the Army and I'm a retired vet.
Yep.
Is
Yeah, I
it?
wish I had that next week.
You too.
Well, it's okay. We need to talk after the meeting. I do more like touch base on things. Okay, let's do that.
Hi.
Good morning.
What's that smile?
Always smile, boss.
Hey, good morning.
Always a
How
day,
are you?
to excel.
always a day to excel. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
How's the campaign trail? Yeah.
It's going great.
Yeah.
A lot of,
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
it is, a lot of excitement.
It's good that old
I got
guy
it.
stepped down.
How are you?
Right? To encourage people to run.
Yeah, some younger people. I think I'm the
Exactly.
youngest one out.
Exactly. That's gotta be one of the happiest things that
Hey,
I'm
how are you?
gonna start taking people 45.
Good.
I've seen.
You cannot get away from it. Do you have to sit here so I can keep you?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jason, I'll give you,
Thank you. Yep,
done.
done.
We'll get coffee. Okay. I said to.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think what's wrong with
Congratulations.
And I think technically it's
Great.
I like that. That's a nice
Beautiful
day.
home. Yeah, congratulations.
Okay. I just hate working at the last minute.
I don't know if I'll be make calling or not.
The spring will be fun.
Yes.
So I'm every
So it is nice how you guys
we used to give them, well, if we used to put them in like a triangle.
Just a minute.
No.
But I really keep it.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. I ask you to please rise for the opening prayer and pledge of allegiance before we convene the Commissioners' public meeting. Heavenly Father, we thank you and praise you for another day you've granted us. We continue to seek and trust you in all things. We know our vision only reaches to the horizon, but yours is beyond what we can see. Your understanding and knowledge is far more than our minds can comprehend. This is why we ask you for infinite wisdom and knowledge. We know you provide us victories, that we praise you, and setbacks that we learn growth. Through it all, you sustain us and challenge us to be stronger and more like you. Father, on this morning we pray that you'll guide our nation, for a nation that lacks your guidance will fall. Lord, we've been through many difficult times as a nation, and today is no different than in the past. May we learn from the past, resolve our differences, listen with a kind and compassionate ear, and work together to be one nation under God. We thank you for your creation and beauty of our valley, the seasons that we're blessed to witness, the beauty of a snowfall as the backdrop on a March morning, hearing the geese flying overhead, seeing the first robin of the season. There are so many aspects of your creation that bring a smile to our faces. And we are blessed to witness many in our beautiful area we call home. Lord, we pray as you guide our meeting this morning that you'll guide and protect our servicemen and women in law enforcement. May your hand be over each life daily and have them return home safely each day. These things we humbly lay at your feet and continue to ask for your grace and mercy. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'll convene the Commissioners' public meeting and ask for approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Public comment on agenda items only.
Okay. Have you online?
None.
Okay, bid openings. Krista?
Sorry.
It's okay. Morning.
Morning.
This is for bids for janitorial services of the Employee Health and Wellness Center. DSC Solutions, $43,800. Priority Cares Home Services LLC, $376,657.89. Susquehanna Unlimited Services, $44,200. Miller's Cleaning Company, $189,996. Domination Maintenance and Cleaning, $180,000. Golden Incorporated Building Maintenance, $42,000. M&M Odds and Ends LLC, $289,844.
That's pretty big
It's
spread.
really,
Yeah, it is.
It's a big,
Yeah, I'm not
Huge
sure.
spread.
And it does say all prices are yearly amounts, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be looking at those obviously,
Okay.
and I'll be working with Integrity to, figure out what's the best option.
All right.
So.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, reports. Caitlin, accounts payable cash requirements report.
Morning, Kaylin.
Good morning. Presented for your ratification are invoices due through March 15th to be paid on March 8th in the amount of $760,013.55. The breakdown is as follows, with 52.90% being funded by the general fund at $402,083.45. 36.72% is being funded by grants and other sources at $279,069.88. 10.03% is being funded by RMS at $76,206.87. And 0.35% is being funded by escrow at $2,653.35.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
no, I have no.
Have a motion, please.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylin.
Okay. Commissioner seeking your approval on the following personal actions as conditional offers of employment subject to the successful completion of a background check and all other employment conditions as outlined in attachment A. Attachment A is as follows. In assessment, Kayla Ham, clerk 3, full-time replacement, $15.31 per hour, 75 hours per pay period. Anticipated start date 13 March. In the prison, Jenna Romano, CO1, full-time replacement, $20 an hour, 80-hour pay period. Anticipated start date March 12th. In resource management services, Jonathan Seaborn, recycling labor, full-time, new position, $14.50 per hour, 80-hour pay period. Anticipated start date March 13th. In resource management services, Timothy Coons, recycling labor, full-time, new position, $14.50 per hour, 80-hour pay period. Anticipated start date 13 March. In resource management, Michael Wills, recycling labor, full-time, new position, $14.50 per hour, 80-hour pay period. Anticipated start date 13 March. In facilities management, Skylar Miller, custodial worker, full-time replacement, $13.68 an hour, 75 hour pay period. Anticipated start date 13 March. Also in facilities management, Jeff O'Connor, custodial worker, full-time replacement, $13.68 an hour, 75-hour pay period, anticipated start date 20 March. In procurement, Tanya Gridley, administrative specialist, full-time replacement, $19.24 an hour, 75-hour pay period, anticipated start date 13 March. Also in procurement, April Stein, procurement and grant officer, full-time replacement, $22.50 an hour, 75-hour pay period, anticipated start date 13 March. In the pre-release center, Michelle Probst, resident supervisor 1, full-time replacement, $17.18 per hour, 80-hour pay period, anticipated start date 20 March. And in budget and finance, Eric Anderson, director of budget and finance, full-time replacement, $90,000 per year, 75-hour pay period, anticipated start date 20 March. And finally, in the district attorney's office, Katie Samsel, clerk 3, full-time, new position, $15.16 per hour, 75-hour pay period, anticipated start date 9 March.
Okay, so you can see that HR has been extremely busy. Last week I had asked Jessica how many open positions there still was within the county. She texted to me right after the meeting and said there was 40 openings at this time, but there were 7 candidates that were in the queue that were getting ready to start. So I believe some of these are the candidates that we're going to vote on here today. Anna, I'm excited to see your office is going to be back up to par.
Yes, it's been a struggle the past 2 weeks with just myself and Tina. Tina's been doing administrative and I've been doing both grants and the procurement side, so it's been pretty hectic.
So we'll have 2 new people in procurement, and we'll have a new budget and finance director, which we're excited about. And we've been working on that for the last couple months, and he'll be starting here March 20th. So it's exciting things to get accomplished here. Again, it goes back to adjusting certain salaries, working on the compensation study that we've been working on for the past year, trying to bring things up to where they should be, things that haven't been addressed in 34 years. And we'll continue to tackle it each day.
Notable that our custodial worker wages have gone up also, $13.68 an hour.
And I see that the recycling laborer, we had 3 of the 4 or 5 positions filled.
3 of the 5, sir.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Because I thought that was going to be a pretty difficult task.
From part-time to full, that's what made the big
Yeah,
difference.
so we have 2 more.
Yes, sir.
Anybody, any more people apply?
I think just here yesterday, there was an email or 2 that went across. Yeah,
Awesome.
so they're still working. Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
Yep, and I believe we're down to 10 correctional positions open, which is really good.
Yeah.
And moving forward, each week there'll be an update on the recruiting status. There's a new format and it'll be out next week.
So we want to thank HR and all department heads for working diligently to get our replacements in and get the job accomplished. And I believe we have a new one sitting back in our audience this morning from HR. You want to go up and introduce yourself,
I can.
please? We're excited to have you on board and part of the team. And Jess is real excited.
She is very excited. Hi, my name is Tatiana Turner. I am the new HR generalist. So with me being new, you can absolutely call and I will try to answer any questions that you will have. But I am still learning. But I am very excited to join the team and be a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, got a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. So at this time, we'll recess the Commissioners' Public Meeting for the Salary Board. We'll convene the Salary Board at this time.
All right, Salary Board seeking your approval on the following Salary Board actions as outlined in Attachment B. In the prison, in reclassification request to move the Clerk 3 position from 75 hours per pay period to 80 hours per pay period.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll move to approve. Oh, I'm sorry.
No?
I'll
You're
withdraw,
fine.
No?
I'll withdraw the motion.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions?
Yeah, this is a position that I believe we had our question answered, that she was the only one that was still on the 75 hours.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
So we,
Is this position currently open? Like not filled?
No, there's someone in
It's
it.
filled.
someone
yeah.
filled.
It was actually more of a clerical error when we did the other clerk positions at the prison. This particular job title was not included in the list. It was intended to be included
in the 80-hour pay.
in the email, but it got left off. And it's virtually the only person at the prison who is not working 80 hours, right?
Yeah, in the administrative office.
In the administrative office.
Administration part.
That was the reason that that's the reason that I'm supporting doing it, because the people around this person are all doing the same type of work and are,
Right, and then this position also supports both the prison and the nurse.
right,
Prison and what?
PRC. So it makes sense to have it be 80 hours.
Okay, motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay, it's carried 3-1. Thank you. At this time, we'll adjourn the Salary Board. We'll convene the Commissioners' Public Meeting.
Moving on to TDA actions, Commissioner seeking your approval on the following TDA action as outlined in attachment C. And this TDA action is moving the clerk 3 position from 75 hours per pay period to 80 hours per pay period.
Have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So carried.
Okay, moving on to action items. 7.1. Jamie, are you on?
You know what?
No, that,
Let's see if she's...
was that still in second?
No, but we adjourned.
Did you?
No, we're good.
No, we moved it.
Let's see if she's on.
Okay, attachment B, so we-
Yeah, we already did that.
Okay, got it. We could do it.
Okay. You want to take a minute?
Yeah. Commissioner, seeking your approval on the budget revisions certification in the amount of $99,189 for the 2020 CDBG funds. So for the 2020 CDBG funds, we are moving $50,000 from the Lairdville lateral installation project, and that's getting moved to Franklin Township, Lairdville sanitary line in the amount of $50,000.
And I guess just to clarify, for the 99,109, both of those two projects are still the same.
Yeah.
Like, the total budget's still that amount, so it
Right.
didn't change.
Didn't change anything.
Yeah, it's just transferring from one to another.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, I was calling for the commissioners meeting?
Yes, is this Jamie?
It is.
Hi, we were just addressing your item right now. Sorry, the call got dropped.
Yeah, that's all right. I was watching on YouTube. I tried to send a message to Matt, like, I'm on here, I just can't get in.
Okay, our apologies.
No problem.
So Matt was just briefly going over it. Do you want to highlight it?
Yeah, sure. So what we're doing is just asking the commissioners to approve a 2020 revision to move extra funding that's in the Lairdsville lateral installation into the Franklin Township lateral, or the Lairdsville sewer system. So the actual laterals, we didn't have as many applicants, but there is still $49,189 sitting in that pot, so there is money if additional people do come forward. We're just not going to need everything that was in there, and the actual sewer system project, the actual construction project does need the money.
Okay. A motion.
I'll move to approve.
A second.
Any questions or comments?
So this project, process has been going on for many years.
Yeah.
Finally coming to fruition.
So
Yes,
the
good to see.
challenge is, well, lots of challenges, right? But we know that the median income out there is extremely low.
29,000.
29,000 compared to like 52,000 for the county. So this particular community, so it's great, Jamie, that you still have 49,000 left there in the event that we have families that somehow miss the message about the sewer laterals and they step up at some point.
Right, yeah, it's available to them.
Right. Okay, and we encourage folks out there who live in Lairdsville to find out whether or not they need help getting their lateral replaced.
Absolutely.
You recall about a year ago, they went through a tornado that I went out and had went through the community, and it damaged a lot of homes, so many of those residents were faced with additional setbacks. So this is added relief to them. Okay, motion?
I think did I move? I thought I moved. I'll move to
Second,
approve.
Say, yeah, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, aye, so carried, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Commissioner, seeking your approval, or I should say, let me correct that. Seeking your approval to ratify the engagement letter with Baker Tilly in the amount of $76,000 plus additional fees as a result of COVID funding for, and this is a 2023 budget.
This
This
is
is our
the
2022 annual audit.
right, and this is the accounting firm that became a bakery. Look at your.
Oh, yeah, I first put Baker Tilly.
No, that's
Bakery
okay.
Tilly.
Bakery Tilly. That's okay.
Just an error.
No, and I'm not, I think it's great. Kidding, it makes us, we're obviously reading the agenda, right? I thought you put it in there to test us.
No, no.
You can send them to the agenda next week, you can type it.
Well, it's just one of the things I do a review and it, because it's a word, you know.
I did not say who typed it or who didn't type it, and I never would. I thought it was great because it keeps us on our toes. Plus, Lord knows, they probably could use some fresh bread over there. I'll move to approve.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye?
Yeah. Aye.
So carried, thank you.
Maya, you're up, 7.3 through 7.5.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Maya.
First item I have for you is vote to approve the PCCD sub-grant award notification for victim witness services. That's the amount of $260,938. This is our annual grant renewal we get for the district attorney's office to help offset the victim witness coordinator positions, both adult and juvenile.
And both these positions are absolutely critical to the county as they work with the victims of crimes. Motion?
I'll move to approve.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we want to thank both the victim coordinators and the DA's office for their dedicated work.
Yeah, it's a stressful position.
Yeah, they're very stressful jobs.
The next item I have for you, 7.4, it's vote to approve resolution 2023-05. It's for the auction of surplus property. We have two items. One is for the coroner's vehicle. This is a uniqueness. Typically, I would do this through our enterprise fleet management program, but because of the uniqueness of this vehicle being retrofitted, there's only going to be a select few audience that it's going to apply for, so I'm actually going to auction that off through Municipid and hopefully reach out to other coroner offices that may have a need for this vehicle. And then the other items are just our quarterly miscellaneous computer equipment that we have over a period of time that we accumulate and then we sell that.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot. We usually have a lot. It's a big bundle. What we do is it's just one lot, and usually a vendor will come in and will take all of those actually, so.
So you can't bid on an individual?
No, we found it's just extremely encumbersome if you do
Right.
it that way. And what happens is then the audience, it changes the audience, and we really want someone that's gonna take the big bundle and really do something with it rather than
Right.
someone, coming and wanting to use it for a personal computer, because that's not really what we're looking for.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move to approve.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the last item I have for you is vote to approve an award Flag Zone LLC for gray flags in the amount of $34,427.52. This vendor was the lowest bidder on this project.
Okay, motion?
I'll move to approve.
A second.
I want to make a comment on this. This is so important that our county does this. I've had the honor to take a group of Little Leaguers down for the last 4 years to Twin Hills. There's about 19,000 veterans that are laid to rest in our county. There's cemeteries all over the place throughout the county. This is a way to recognize those veterans for their service. I tell the kids, before they place the flag, look down, see what war they were in, or what branch they were in. Say their name out loud, and thank them. We do about, I think about 1,800, 1,900 down at the cemetery we participate. But it gives the kids a sense of history, a sense of service, and a way to recognize our past and to be thankful for the freedoms we have. The veterans are always looking for people to place the flags. There's a lot of different groups that place them, but they're always looking for help.
Yeah, but both of my kiddos participate. For my oldest, it's always been a very educational experience as he's now learning about war, and so yeah, he's seen some from Korean War, and I've asked some questions, and yeah, it is a great history thing, but it's a sense of pride and feeling blessed and grateful for the freedoms you have too.
We did it over 2 days, and this one little guy who was 8 years old came back. He yelled at his parents for not getting home from work soon enough, so he could get back down to the cemetery to help. And he had learned so much. There was 4 veterans from the Spanish-American War, and he had learned about that. He came running up, hey, there's 4 guys down here from the Spanish-American War. And it was neat to see him being educated and learning. And to see all the flags, there was a beautiful sunset that night. And to see all the flags, in the wind, it's beautiful.
Scott?
Yes.
It would be nice for the county to try getting the moving wall coming back through again and exhibited within Lycoming County. The last time I believe it was up in Jersey Shore. But that wall, if you go to that, it shows over 60,000, and it shows when the war started, Vietnam War started out, the casualties going up and then stepping back down. The closest one I know of is a replica, is a James E. Van Sant Clinic in Altoona. But it's a very humbling experience to go through and see it. I've been to the wall in Washington, D.C., but even the one that they can bring around. You can go through and find locations of names and things like that. And that is a very humbling experience for anyone.
Yeah, we'll be glad to check into it again, John, and see if we can bring it back. If anybody can, give a few hours, it doesn't take long. it's worth the time. And so many families that we were there on the second day, there was people visiting the grave sites. There were probably half a dozen that night that thanked us. Thanked us for remembering and placing a flag at the site of their loved one.
Yeah, it's a family event in our household, that's for sure. We look forward to it.
Scott,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I also think it's important to note, as a veteran and a military spouse, that to also kind of get people to go by there when it's not a holiday, Memorial Day, 9/11, Veterans Day, because a lot of families, even though it might have happened, a long time ago, they're still struggling with the fact of they lost a loved one in a war. And so I think if we could have volunteers to make it kind of like a cleanup thing, clean around the graves, get old flowers, replace flags. As a veteran, that means a lot because we're often forgot about until we're in the grave. So, and it's the local armory up here on Penn Street. Partner maybe with them because a lot of soldiers do need community service. And like I said, when I was logistics, so I ordered a lot of things. Flags were one of them for Veterans Day that we had to give out. So I think, maybe that could be something to keep in mind in regards to honoring our vets.
Okay, thank you. Another great program is Wreaths Across America,
Yeah.
which is in December. And if you can get involved in that and help. I take my dog for a walk. We go up through Montersal Cemetery all the time.
That's what we do too.
And if I see a flag that's blown over, or I reset it. If I see one of the wreaths turned over, I reset it. Again, it's about respecting and making sure that they're given the honor they deserve. So, again, if anybody can help out there, please reach out. Veterans, they're always excited to have people help. So, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
All right, 7-6, Austin, amendment with Terra Hill Concrete Products.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Today I have for you a request to approve an amendment to an agreement with Terra Hill. We utilized Terra Hill for the pre-purchase on Bundle 2 for the concrete box culverts that went in Lowestoft and Jersey Shore. We were trying to close out that agreement here shortly, and we realized that one of the items that they had included in their proposal but was not actually provided was grouting for the box culverts. So when we went back to them, we requested that be deducted from their total contract amount. So this amendment would result in a negative change order of $3,750 and reduce it from $299,708 to $295,958.
Okay. I have a motion.
I'll move to approve.
A second.
I'd like to say something. And Pat, if you can possibly print this, appreciate it. This goes back to the $5 fee. And I was at a meeting speaking on Monday night, and there was a gentleman that I had addressed this about how your $5 registration fee after this year will have basically built 17 new bridges in the county. He never knew what that $5 fee was tied to. He was so mad about that for the last 3 or 4 years. And he says, thanks for filling in the blanks, educating us on it. He goes, I fully understand now that a township's paying 5%, and this is paying the remaining part. And, that's what we need to do is educate people that they might not use that bridge, but their neighbor does, or at some point a school bus is going across that, or they may go across even once a year. But the bottom line is it's infrastructure, which is critical to any area growing, and you have to have that infrastructure rebuilt. And when I was down at CCAP last year, we had a commissioner walk up to us from Northumberland County. We have an $800,000 bridge. We don't know what we're going to do with it. We heard that great bridge bundling program up in Lycoming County. Can you tell us about it? Call the planning department. We'll be glad to fill you in on probably one of the best kept secrets in the state.
Yeah.
So that $5 fee has built 17 new bridges.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate. The The majority of those the bridges that we put in, they are on school bus routes because we had to coordinate with, I know, Muncie School District, Jersey Shore, Montgomery, all of the school districts down there. And even the ones that aren't school bus routes, like Montgomery, the one that we went down to, that leads down to the park for Little League. So, I mean, you've got families coming there from not just, like Jersey Shore or from Montgomery, but if you're a travel ball team and you're coming in there, you're crossing that bridge just the same as the residents. So we certainly got a really good value for $5.
The one bridge in Jersey Shore was just completed the end of the last summer.
Thank you. Okay.
Commissioners, going to change.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
We can change up the order real quick. Malik, 7.8.
So not a fair.
No, no worries.
That's right.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning, Malik.
Morning. Seeking your approval for the subrecipient agreement with YWCA North Central PA in the amount of $120,000 through the 2022 Fair Funds. This helps with their funding for housing services for women and children in the area.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
And there's definitely a need.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Malik.
All right, Jason. 7.7, 7.9, 7.10.
Good morning, Commissioners. Morning, Director.
Morning.
Easy day for you today, Commissioners. 7.7, this is approve amendment to an agreement that we have with Davis Ulmer Sprinkler Company. Davis Ulmer is the company that installed the sprinkler system in the recycling center, and they're on contract to do all the sprinkler quarterly, semi, and annual inspections that we're required to provide for codes. And the labor rates that they changed are only the emergency service call-in and travel rates. Everything else has stayed the same. So the idea is to never have to need an emergency. So, but we have to have it just in case.
Okay, 2023 budget item?
Absolutely.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
Commissioners, 7.9 and 7.10. 7.9 is a 30-day extension of EPP, again, for the Energy Power Partner contract that we have, based off of December 2022's rates. And these, I'll just explain the other one. The other one is the same thing on with the Federal Bureau. And the Federal Bureau of Prisons this year, or this month, only asked for a 30-day extension, so it might be a good thing. Might mean that the other 10-year contract's coming for the energy, for electricity providing. So they asked for 30 days, so just asking for another 30-day extension.
Okay, motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
That 7.9 and 7.10 are good?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Conrad.
Anything? Commissioner? None, ma'am.
Public comment.
When the purchase was announced for the federal land,
John, could you please state your name?
John Sharman.
Thank you.
Part of my wasn't, I was glad it was addressed about the stone church. One of my great-great-grandfathers was a preacher at the stone church and is buried at the stone church. And then also over in the game park, the two cemeteries outside of Alvaro, I have my relatives buried there also. What I'm here today to address this is I read a letter to the editor from February the 21st. And part of it is said about the cost with everything. However, this individual has proposed that possible ballot counts take place after the polls close. And I want to explain to that person just exactly what goes on. And I am minority of inspector of elections for 3rd Ward in Jersey Shore, which means I am a paid employee of the county, correct? A typical day will start the night before with about an hour setup. And you make sure the place is secured. Then you get there the next morning about 6 to 6:30. You spend 13, almost, till you're done with the machinery at night, 15 hours with things. And to make the demand to satisfy somebody's individual that the ballots should be counted after the polls close is totally irresponsible. I invite this gentleman to come up to my ward and sit for 13 hours for the whole day and see what it's like to be there. And as minority inspector of elections, also, the gentleman said that, well, we can get volunteers and stuff like that. If volunteers are called in to do something like that after the polls close, myself, I would not sign off on the election, because what the security measures and everything that take place are there for a reason. And you would have to open up where the ballots go, and that's a breach of security. And it's time to put that to rest. Yeah, I might disagree that there was not a cost to the recount, but this gentleman, and he's in the audience here, and he knows who I'm talking to, failed to mention the 4 lawsuits that are filed right now in Lycoming County concerning the 2020 election, which I'm sure are not being done pro bono by the legal team that represents the county. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Any other public comment? Yes.
Well, I'm the guilty party. Tom Adams, Williamsport. No, that's good. That's good to open up the dialogue, I think. I wasn't going to talk about this, but since John brought it up, I respect your opinions. I've been at the polls I was a poll watcher for past 2 elections, there for the full day, and understand the setup time. My suggestion, though, in the paper was to possibly count just one office, one seat at 100% after the polls close, either the same day if it's a small ward, or sometime during the week when people come in. And if the election poll workers weren't interested in going down to the voter services, might be able to use some volunteers to do that. It's only a suggestion, and I think that's feasible, and it is doable, and it put to rest a lot of questions. And it's just one random seat picked for each poll. It's not known, but this is an idea and a suggestion. So, what I was really going to bring up was in Genesis 46:34. At the end of that verse, it says the Egyptians despised the shepherds, people that work with livestock, and I think we have that as part of we have a ruling class now. It's very clearly seen in America now. That seem to despise most of us, whether you're left or right, and they just only really care about power, and they want to pit us against each other. And just like this, I think it's good to have dialogue to try and work things out. We see the video footage released by the House to Tucker Carlson, finally 44,000 hours of video from January 6th. And that stuff can't be denied. But we have 2 leaders in the Senate, McConnell and Schumer, both agreeing that that's false information, but it's right there. And the sad part is the lies continue. So why would people on the 2 different sides continue to lie to people? It's because they don't love the country, they love their power. And that's a lot of things we have to come to realize. And the lies about police officers being killed on January 6th, never true. First it started out with 1, then I think it went to 3, then the last time was 5, now it's up to 7. And that's just a complete, utter lie, and they continue to lie. So why do you want to continue to lie? Because it's separation and hatred. And we can't come together and try to figure some things out to please arguments on one side and try to please arguments on the other side. Come together and do things that are feasible and doable. And that's how we want to keep our country strong and free. And one last thing, if I can bring it up real quick, I had it. Sorry, apologize. Amos 5:7, for those who turn justice into wormwood and cast righteousness down to the earth. That's talking about when that happens, we don't have any more justice and it's turned into poison, then we have judgment and we have destruction. Thanks.
Any other public comment at this time?
No.
Okay. We have completed the agenda, so we will be adjourned. Our next meeting will be on Thursday, March 16th at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Supposed to be a snowstorm tonight.
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, that's right. Yep.
Hey, I gotta sign. Yeah. I don't want to sign during the meeting when everybody's
a long
talking.
time ago.
I know, he's supposed to be a preacher and wise to his team.
Immediately, if not sooner, sir.
What?
You're gonna get a treat.
No, we're gonna get done.
Because we knew we'd see you tonight.
Oh, good.